Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for the 1st of April 2022. Quite a lot going on today. We start off with match day for the under 23s. Friday feeling for under 23s with Posh, a success, our report from the den. This is from millfc.co.uk. Sean O'Brien scored the only goal of the game as Millwall under 23s were 1-0 winners over Peterborough United at the den on Friday afternoon. The substitute tapped home at the back post on the hour mark to seal 3 professional development league points for Kevin Nugent's side. Both Ryan Leonard and Conor Mahoney started against the Posh, with Arthur Penny returning on loan from Wembley United to take his place in the defence and Isaace Olaofe captaining the side. With just 3 minutes played, Millwall would have taken the lead if not for a smart double save by William Lakin, as Jack Wilshere showed strength to win the ball back on the touchline and cross the shot stopper, first denied Leonard and then Mahoney on the follow-up. Lovelace, Hayden Muller and Penny all had half chances as the Lions attempted to open the scoring, with Leonard then whistling a half volley past the near post as half-time came into sight. But Millwall were dealt a blow shortly before the break as Lovelace had to withdraw through injury. O'Brien, his replacement. On the hour mark, the Lions took the lead. Posh won the ball back on the Lions left and sent a pass over the top to Seb Droz, a half-time substitute who battled to keep possession and cross to where an unmarked O'Brien was waiting at the back post for a simple tap-in. 3 minutes later, a quick counter-attack nearly doubled the Lions' lead, but after Mahoney played a 1-2 with Abdul Malik, the ball was just taken off the form as he showed to shoot from inside the box. Jordan Gilmore had to stop from Kai Bennett as the last 20 minutes came into view, with Lakin doing the same at the other end from O'Brien on 76 minutes, and with no further action to report, the Lions claimed all 3 points. Yay! And the team was Gilmore, Muller, Tobolodge, Trialist A, Penny, Trialist B, Davis, Leonard, Lovelace, Abdul Malik and Mahoney, and Alfie Allen came on for Trialist A on the 79th minute. Seb Dross come on half time for Jaden Davis, and Sean O'Brien came on 42nd minute for Zach Lovelace. And the subs that we used were Walker and Hammond. And yeah, let me tell you about my experience with this game. Now, I was going to go to the game, didn't end up going to the game, ended up watching it on recast, or trying to. It would not load, and I missed the entire first half. Yeah, absolute nightmare. And when it did, I managed. So trying to do it on Safari on the iPhone, that wouldn't work, even on their own app. Using the website through the Safari browser wouldn't work. On my laptop, Microsoft Edge wouldn't work. So I had to end up using Brave browser, which is like kind of high-tech anti-tracking kind of browser. So I had to use it on that and then link that to my TV and watched it that way. One thing to notice when doing that, now in terms of comparing it to the Charlton game, which was the last game that was on recast, I think the first and the last game that was on recast, the camera work was a lot better. The replays, they had that spot on, so the lads at Millwall were doing it, they got it spot on, very good. But I don't know how or whose fault this is. I think it might be recast. Maybe it's the maybe might even be my internet company. I don't know. But trying to watch it on a laptop browser, it would play smoothly for a while, and then for a while it would just kind of literally have micro stutters every 5 seconds, which was highly annoying, I can tell you. But yeah, so yeah, not the best. But in terms of the game, what I saw of it second half, Ryan Leonard kind of faded in the second half. Mahoney was up for it, putting a lot of effort. So Seb Droz and Sean O'Brien. So going forward, defending wise, solid, defensively solid. They didn't have much going forward. and they were trying to keep it solid at the back as well, which is what frustrated our attack going forward. We did well until we get to a certain point, and then the final ball wasn't there because they literally just kind of pack in the defence, closing down all the angles. And you start second half, a couple of times Sean O'Brien was the one going down the left, so Conor Mahoney was on the right all the time, and then Seb Drost, Sean O'Brien was switching between being in the middle or being on the left. So Sean O'Brien goes down the left a couple of times, tries to cross the ball in, doesn't really get past the first man. It does that a couple of times. Like this, if that would have went through, that would have been good. But then they switch. Seb Dross is the one that goes down the left. He managed to put the cross in. He delivers the final ball, and when we actually get the final ball into the danger zone and someone's there, Sean O'Brien, boom, goal, scored. Yeah, pretty decent. And I think the only chance they had was the one they mentioned in the match report there, like around about the 75th minute when the geezer had a shot, and Jordan Gilmore just kind of patted it away. It was a really hard shot. Now, like I said in yesterday's video, Recast app, the whole game has been uploaded now, so I think it takes like a couple of hours. I think the lads at Millwall upload it, wait for it to process, and then once it's processed, you can buy it through Recast to watch on after the game, and it's 50 credits. So I'm click on it, but if you've already paid the 250, you already have it, so you can just watch it whenever you want. So I went back to watch the first half and see. Yeah, it was kind of the same kind of stuff. What I wanted to see was Zach Lovelace. What happened to him? What happened to it? So, because we have this thing with injuries on the pitch, is it too hard? Is it the new pitch? What's happening? It wasn't that. It was a collision injury. What it was, Zach Lovelace was kind of doing that thing where he's standing in front of the goalkeeper, and then the ball's kind of gone out beyond, nowhere near the goalkeeper, and then Arthur Penny's, as well as a number of Peterborough players and other Millwall players, kind of rushed in to try and get it, and it's actually Arthur Penny who's kind of run into Zach Lovelace, and I don't know what happened there. Was it his knee or something in his leg? He walked off, so it's just, I don't know, just an impact injury, bruise or something. It should be fine. It's not. It doesn't seem to be anything major, hopefully. So there you go. That is the under 23s winning against Peterborough United, winning 1-0. Clean sheet, which is good. And Peterborough United are actually in the Northern Group, so there you have it. And we got another game. I think our next game is all the way at the end of April, the 26th. It's away up at Sheffield United, and as I speak to you now, it's set to be at Bramwell Lane, 7 PM kickoff, Tuesday the 26th. So again, that might change, so beware any changes to that. But there you go. The 2 try list, yeah, pretty decent. Number 6, number 4. Yeah, number 4 especially. So when the goal was scored, he was getting involved in celebrations, which Mahoney didn't, which was noticeable. But you would understand he's probably more worried about where he's going to be earning a crust next season, because it looks like he's on his way out. So shame. But yeah, number 4 was celebrating. Number 6 did okay. But number 4 went down injured a couple of times as well. But he elected to carry on. So I don't know if it's if he's basically guaranteed, if he's sort of, he's signed on but he's not signed on officially, kind of thing. Because otherwise, if you were on trial and you kind of had a little knock, you would say, "Oh, I've got to look out for myself, brother. I'm going to come off. I'm not risking it." But so it's maybe he's already signed, and it's just kind of a technical matter as it is. But there you go. So that's that. And now we're going to move on to this. We've got a lot to go through. before we get to the big preview of tomorrow's game. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. It's an interview with Tom Bradshaw. Millwall striker suffered knee damage but desired to score, and he still tried to score before being subbed off. Exclamation mark. It says everything about Tom Bradshaw's desire to score goals, that his first instinct after suffering medical knee ligament damage was to try and net one more before being forced off. The 29-year-old ended 2 months on the sidelines when he came on as a 62nd minute substitute in Mill's 2-0 loss at Stoke City before the international break. The ink had barely dried on Bradshaw's new long-term contract with the Lions before he suffered the injury against Nottingham Forest in the middle of January. That's amazing, isn't it? So he got injured in January, he's back now at the end of March. That's medical marvel. He had gone into that match at the Den, having scored in his last 5 championship outings. Bradshaw's experience of suffering an anterior cruciate ligament injury to his right knee at the Brentford in 2018 made him less fearful he had sustained really severe damage. When I did my ACL, it's almost like you can't lock your knee out, said Shrewsbury-born forward. It kind of almost goes backwards. This time when I got up, I locked my leg out and it felt strong, so I was fairly confident it wasn't that. When I went side to side, it felt like it was giving way on the inside, and it was most likely my MCL had ruptured. I was waiting for the ball to go out in the game so I could go down and get the physios on, but there was a spell of 5 or 6 minutes where the ball didn't go out of play, so I was thinking if I can try and nick a goal in, that would be great before I got taken off. I think Danny Mack went down the right and was in the box, but the chance never quite materialised. I knew I was in a bit of trouble, and it was a case of getting that confirmed and cracking on with a rehab. The club were great. They got me PRP. Ooh, that's why he's been back so quickly. So platelet-rich plasma, nice. Injections and collagen shots to help me get back quicker. Fantastic. That's why it didn't take that long. I knew that I could get back for the last 8 or 9 games, and the fact we're still in a position to be pushing for the playoffs is really exciting. I'd love it if the season had longer to go, but equally I'm grateful I've still got a chance to feature in the matches we've got left. Myself and Shay got injured at the same time, and once I realised it wasn't a season finisher, it drove me on. We both had the same time frame to get back. The lads have been in brilliant form and managed to rack up a lot of points to get us in a really strong position. We're right in the mix. Obviously, we're disappointed not to pick up anything at Stoke, but that result can probably be forgiven after the run before that. Bradshaw had made 111 appearances for Millwall. He fell narrowly short of 3 figures at Shrewsbury, Barnsley and Walsall, with the promise of plenty more to come after extending his terms. We'd been speaking about it for maybe a month and a half or 2 months prior to me signing the deal, said Bradshaw. It's brought up in conversation, and then we're talking about it. It's something that probably would have got done anyway. The way I was playing maybe accelerated things. It wasn't out of the blue, but it gives you a bit more strength as a striker when you're scoring in every game you play in, heading into those negotiations. It was pretty quick. The club knew I wanted to stay. I made it pretty clear in the press we've got roots here. I'm not a young player anymore, and the one thing I wanted was a little bit of security. This takes me up until 32 or 33, and it's down to me to prove that I can still run around. I need to keep myself in good nick. The timing was horrific. I signed it on the Thursday and I got injured on the Saturday. That wasn't great. When you're in the last year of your contract, it's always at the back of your mind, but I was very conscious not to put too much emphasis on it. There is enough pressure in football to do your job well and as a striker to score goals, to then be thinking I need to play playing well this game because I'm running out of games. I made a conscious decision to think if it happens, then great. If it doesn't, then you adapt. I just enjoy my football and it paid dividends. If you're playing well, scoring goals, and 9 times out of 10 the club's going to want to lock you down. That's what happened. The latest break for international fixtures has allowed Bradshaw, capped 3 times at senior level by Wales, a fortnight on a training pitch. Ryan Leonard and Oliver Burke are also set to be back from injury for tomorrow's fixture at Luton Town. While Ryan Leonard played for the under-23s, he played 90 minutes, so I'm 100% sure he won't even be on the bench for tomorrow, so there you have that. Millwall are set to need a grandstand finish starting at Kenilworth Road to take one of the playoff places. I came on earlier than was planned by everyone. Actually, I said Bradshaw about replacing Scott Malone at Stoke's Bet365 Stadium. The situation in the game called for it. We needed a goal. I came on and I felt great and really strong. I'd only trained on a Friday before the game. The sports and conditioning team had done great getting me and Shay up to that stage. There's no replicating games. You get match fitness from playing in them. But you can still build that core fitness to adapt when you do start playing them. The international break has allowed me to get back training properly and intense sessions as well without a game at the weekend. It meant the gaffer could go a bit harder and push the lads a bit more. I've been able to probably catch up, get some real miles into the legs, and spend a lot more time with the ball. Everyone feels really well prepared for the Luton game. Luton should be proud of themselves to being third in the table. It's a similar story to Barnsley last year. A really low budget in the league and proving everyone wrong. The table's so compact. I look at the top 11, 10 or 11, and in 3 games the whole order can change. They've done brilliantly up until this stage, but they certainly won't be taking it easy, and we feel confident we can get in there as well. We approach every game to win regardless of who we're playing. We've got a lot more strength in depth, which is something we haven't had in the past couple of months. We're confident of giving a good account of ourselves. Well, yes, I hope you do, and I hope you do that starting tomorrow. Moving on now to this, another story from a striker. This is from news@den.co.uk. Why Millwall forward Afobe took the opportunity to go to Denmark during international break. Afobe is pleased to see Jack Wilshere back playing and getting coaching experience after making a trip to Denmark to visit his close pal. Bromance. Wilshere, 30, joined Danish top flight side Aarhus in February after leaving AFC Bournemouth last July. Afobe and former England international Wilshere came through together at Arsenal. They also played at Bournemouth in 2016-17, with Wilshere citing Afobe as one of the main reasons for joining Eddie Howe's side on loan from the Gunners. Wilshere made his third appearance for the Superliga club, a 1-1 draw at home to Viborg, a day after Millwall's 2-0 defeat to Stoke, which Afobe couldn't play in against his parent club. Obviously, it's been a long season, so to get that weekend off with the family, and I also went away to Denmark, was nice, Afobe said. I went to watch Jack, my bro. He had a game on a Sunday. It was nice to see my football friend. It's not too far either. He's happy after having gone so long without having a club. It's nice for him to be back in the mix with a team. He's had a tough time the last couple of years, so to see him happy again and playing is nice. It's a good experience as well for him and his family. It's worked out well because I think one of the coaches there knew him well from his time working with England when Roy Hodgson was the manager. It was perfect for him. I think he's got massive influence on some of the training sessions there. It's no secret he wants to become a coach or a manager in the future. So it's a good stepping stone for him to be working with top class players week in, week out, day in, day out. Hopefully he'll get more experience and take that into his managerial career when he comes back to the UK. So there you go. Interesting stuff. And another story from we're gonna talk about this first. This is Gary Rowett talking about Luton again. This is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, South London Press's online website. I see them as a similar type of club to ourselves. Millwall boss gives his verdict on excellent Luton Town. Gary Rowett has expressed his admiration for Luton Town mounting a promotion challenge as Millwall look to boost their own prospects at Kenilworth Road tomorrow. And the Lions manager reckons that there is now extra pressure on the home side as they are so close to at least securing a top 6 finish. They have been excellent and Nathan Jones has done a fabulous job since he's gone back there, said Pictured Right. They want to run and work hard for each other. They are a pretty humble team like ourselves. Adebayo is in good goal scoring form. That's made a little bit of extra difference at the top end of the pitch. I see them as a similar type of club to ourselves, trying to punch above their weight without a huge budget and huge facilities. When you see a team in a position like that, you have to admire them. It's something we're trying to do ourselves. When you're sat in third, there is a bit more pressure on your games. When you've got something to lose a little bit, you've got to win to stay in there. It's up to us to go and do what they did to us at home when Luton won 2-0 at Den. Turn the tables and try and come away with 3 points, which will be vital to us. We know it's going to be a tough challenge. While you want the plaudits at the end of the season, certainly has been a fantastic effort by Luton to get into the mix to finish in the top 2. One thing that might be of benefit to us. So he's talking about the pressure there. Now I think that showed a couple of weeks ago. They played QPR at home and they ended up losing 2-1. Now when we play QPR at home, I was absolutely utterly shocked at how fucking awful QPR were. Indeed. So I think they kind of Luton went into that game thinking we can't lose to QPR. So they probably tried to play for a draw and they ended up coming unstuck. Now hopefully they'll do the same thing tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Moving on now to the story of another striker. Obviously, Isaace Olaofe. Millwall striker wants Wembley glory this weekend and to secure a new contract to the Lions. Well, I thought he already did. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Again, Isaace Olaofe is hoping he can help Sutton United lift the Papa John's trophy at Wembley on Sunday and boost his prospects of a Millwall contract extension in the process. The Lions have a 12-month option on the 22-year-old striker, and they haven't pressed the button yet. Okay, that's kind of weird. Who's due to be out of contract at the end of July. Olaofe has scored 8 goals in 26 matches for Sutton in a campaign disrupted by hamstring and quad injuries, but he's returned to fitness in time to be part of the League Two club's squad for this weekend's Wembley showdown with Rowett United. What I'd like to happen is Sutton win at Wembley and also get promoted, then me extend my stay at Millwall, said the Luton-born attacker. That's my ideal scenario. I've played 20 league games, started 13 and scored 7 goals. At the start of the season, my aim was between 15 to 20 goals. But with the games I've got left, I'm still trying to make it into double digits. See, he's been out for a long time as well, like with injuries. So to get 7 goals from 13 starts, it's pretty decent still. Olaofe struck 14 times in 37 National League appearances for the U's when they won promotion last season. The last time Sutton reached Wembley was in 1981, losing 1-0 to Bishop Stortford in the FA Trophy final. They failed to win any of their 3 visits there. Oh, okay. I'm counting the days down, said Olaofe. As a kid, you always want to play at the biggest stadiums. Wembley is such an achievement. I've been as a fan before, but never as a player. The first one was with Millwall in the League One playoff final when we lost 3-1 to Barnsley. My second was Nigeria against England, and then Liverpool, Man City in the Community Shield. I'm a Liverpool supporter. If I play there, it's an honour to see my family and friends as well, to watch myself as well as to myself. It's my second full season in men's football, and to already be playing there will be an amazing achievement. I'm going to soak in all the moments and make sure I live the whole day to its potential. You have to make sure you make the most out of the highs and really embrace the moment, because those moments don't last forever. Football is an up and down sport. 1 minute you are flying and the next minute you are down. I like us being seen as the underdogs against Rotherham. It doesn't put so much pressure on us. The remaining games of the campaign are all going to be cup finals. They will be crucial. I think Rotherham are in League One, aren't they? So League One team versus League Two team. Yeah, and so he's only had 30. He come back from injury in the last game, last weekend I think it was. He's only had 30 minutes on the pitch, so he's probably going to be on the bench. But as I said, now during this competition, during the season, there hasn't been any extra time. They go straight to penalties. But in the final, they do have extra time before they go to penalties. So substitution of Isaace Olaofe could be very important for Sutton United if they're still in the game at after 90 minutes or close to it. Could be very, very important indeed. And good luck to him. The game's on Sunday at 3 PM, I believe. I believe it's on Sky as well. So there you have it. We're just going to quickly look at this. So visit Junior Lions partners during the holidays. So it's the Easter holidays now. You got 2 weeks off, and these are Junior Lions partners. They are paid to sponsor the Junior Lions, I guess, and this is what you can get from them. Sports for Tots. You get a discount if you're a Lions Club or Junior Lions member. London Bridge Experience, a child is free. Gambardo's at the Chelsea branch, £30 discount on party packages, buy one get one free Monday to Friday. Little Splodgers, 10% off. Phonic Stars, Greenwich and Bexley, 10% off. Painted Peppermint, 10% off. All Kids Can, £10 off. And then £5 off the first one and £5 off every other one after that. Millwall Community Trust, 10% off. I assume that's if you've got a Lions card. Does it say that at the top? Junior Lions, yeah. So if you're Junior Lions, 10% off at Millwall Community Trust, half-term and summer activities. Lingo Top Bexley, 10% off. Merlin Group, 10% off. Hollywood Bowl at Surrey Keys, you get a discount Monday to Friday before 6 if you want to go bowling. Frankie and Benny's under 12s. If Junior Line under 12 eats free. Junior Line under 16, 20% off. That's at the Surrey Keys branch only. And Bambino's Crayford, 10% off. So there you go. Some things to do this half term. Moving on now to the preview of the big game tomorrow. Luton Town away. Game that is make or break, that could end our season. Yeah, and this is 11v11.com, and this is the historical record of games between Millwall and Luton, and I've ordered it so it's Luton versus Millwall all at the top. And this is a weird one. So we played them in the FA Cup 1909, a long time ago. We win 2-1, but after that it takes 13 games, 13 times over many years, around about 25 years, of us going up to Luton and not winning. There's a lot of draws there, there's a lot of defeats, but we don't win again until 1948, which is weird. It is very weird. And then we have 2 wins in a row, 1948, but the next one's not till 1963, around about Christmas time, and we win 3-1. And then we go back to drawing and losing, and with the odd win thrown in. 1977 we win 2-1. 1989 we win 2-1, and then there's a run of 2 defeats and 3 draws, 3 1-1 draws in the early 1990s, and then it seems a switch gets flicked. 1997, also in March, 2-0 win. September 1997, 2-0 win. 1998, 2-1. 2000, 2-0, 1-0 win. We win. We lose again in 2005 in the Championship. We lose 2-1, and up to present day. So the last time we went up there was February 2021, drew 1-1. October 2019, drew 1-1, also in the Championship. But before that, we won, but they were cup games. Football League Trophy 1-3-1, FA Cup 1-3-0. But then again before that in the league, another 1-1 draw, which is very weird. Very weird. So in the league, it's 3 1-1 draws in a row, which is similar to what happened up here in the 1992, 1994, 1995. Very weird. Not only that, but if you look here, so the game before that one, this one here, the game before that was a 2-0 loss. Go up to these 3 1-1 draws. The game before that was a 2-1 loss. Oh, very weird. So is that going to repeat? If that does repeat, then we're looking at a 1-0 defeat, which is season ending in my opinion. But hopefully it doesn't repeat, and we can actually do something in this league. But it's very weird to note. So at this level, which is League Championship, or back in the old days League Division 2 in old money before the change, we haven't had the best of records. So the last two trips at this level have been 1-1 draws. Before that was a 2-1 defeat, and then before that, all the way up in 1979, was a draw. We did win at this level in 1977. That seems to be the only occasion. There's one here in 1948. So at this level, the second division from the top, we have only won twice at Luton in about 7 or 8, no, about 9 trips. Kind of weird, no? kind of weird. Yeah, that's there you go. There you have it. This is all over the place. We have a really bad record there, 1920s up to the 1940s, and early 70s as well. It's a bit patchy. We don't lose that much, actually. There's a lot of draws, a lot of draws. We lost 6-0 there in 1926, we lost 5-0 there in 1937, and after that, it's not really many drubbings. It's pretty even game. There was a 3-0 in 1974. Obviously, the famous FA Cup game in 1985, that was only a 1-0 defeat. There's not that many goals in it, to be honest with you. There's not that many goals in it. And then obviously, since the late 1990s, we've been steamrolling over them. Only losing once up there in 2005. So it's gone from being a bad place to travel to being one of the best. So we'll see what we get tomorrow. So this is from whoscored.com, a little preview of the game. So we've seen the historical record in the last 6 games. Obviously they've only won 1. There's been 3 draws and 2 wins for Millwall. 10 goals we've scored, they've scored 6. Interesting stuff. So this is the table as it stands. There is a 6-point gap. 6-point gap. This is a must-win game for us, because if we win, we drag them down. We could get them a bit nervous, drag them down into the fight, boost us up, but only temporarily, because we still got a way to go, because we are chasing the pack, as it were. So obviously you can see the difference between the two teams is they've won 3 more games than us. We've actually drawn 3 more games than them. That's the difference. They score a lot more goals than us as well, 56 to 39. But their defence concedes more as well, 42 to 36. So looking at the home table, so they're actually quite good at home. So I'm guessing their away form's not going to be, but they are quite good at home. So they've won 10 games at home, drawn 5, lost 4. Pretty similar home form to us, except they score more goals again and concede more. And in terms of away, so there's 6 in the home table. Away, we're 15th. Our away form is shit, but their away form still not that bad. So there you have it. Only 16. So we've played 19 away games, only scored 16 goals. That really does need to change. But what can you do? It's too late now, isn't it? Form wise, here's the form table. They're 3rd, we're 6th. Yeah, so they've actually lost twice in the last 6 games, and we've only lost once. We've only scored 4 goals in the last 6 games. Shocking, shocking, shocking. Absolutely awful. But we have strikers back now. So Afobe couldn't play against Stoke City. Tom Bradshaw's back, Shea Ojo's back. Hopefully, but Mason Bennett's out. The one player who can actually pick up the ball and run at players, and fend them off with his power. There you have it. So this is the recent form of both clubs. Last 6 home games for Luton, last 6 away games for Millwall, as you can see here. So Derby and Reading, we won those games, and in the other 4, we did not score. Failed to score at Stoke, failed to score at Blackburn, failed to have even a shot, not a shot on target, just a shot at Blackburn. Failed to score at Fulham, failed to score at Blackpool. So there you have. We need to stop failing to score. We need to actually score tomorrow. yeah, that's 2 clean sheets against Reading and Blackburn, and yeah. And if you look at Luton, so there's the QPR game that I was talking about. So they lost 2-1 at home to QPR, but they smashed Preston at home. They scored 2 goals against Chelsea, losing 2-3-2 in the FA Cup. Now, it's not full strength. I don't know if it's a full strength Chelsea, but it's probably a backup goal. They always should throw the backup goalies in. Don't know if you can draw anything from that. So they narrowly won 1-0 against Derby. They did keep clean sheets. They've kept clean sheets against Preston, Derby, West Bromwich Albion, and they've conceded 1 against Barnsley, 2 against QPR, and 3 against Chelsea. So that is interesting. They can keep a clean sheet. So are we looking at 0-0 or are we looking at a defeat? We need to score. We need to win this game. Here are the characteristics. So they have a lot more strengths than us. They also have a few more weaknesses. Avoiding offside, very weak, and keeping possession of the ball, very weak. So do we try to play them offside? Do we play a high line? Can we do that? I don't know. Should we do that? But there you go. So match forecast: Millwall score from direct free kick, very likely. That would be good. Yeah, maybe set pieces will be vital for us tomorrow. So moving on to the actual prediction from WhoScored.com. Yeah, this they've got Bennett in the team. I don't know why they have. Yeah, Sean Hutchinson will be out. Let's scroll down to the match facts. Luton have seen under 2.5 goals in their last 3 matches against Millwall in all competitions. Millwall are undefeated in their last 5 away matches against Luton in all competitions. Indeed, we have not lost there in 6 visits, or in 5 visits. We lost in the 6th one. Luton boosted their chances of a top 6 finish 2 weeks ago when they cruised to a 3-1 away win against struggling Hull side. Nathan Jones has used the international break to replenish his wounded squad ahead of an intense final 8 league games. Defeat against Stoke last time out proved a major setback in Millwall's end of season tournament bid. The London club remain in the fight thanks to a run of just 1 defeat from 9 league games, but will need to produce an upset here against an informed Luton side if they are to keep their name in the hat. And they predict Luton 1, Millwall 1. Interesting. Okay, so cometh the hour, cometh the man. I think we need Ben Afobe to turn up. He said he likes the pressure. He says he puts the pressure on himself. Well, this is it, mate. We're there. This is it. This is showtime. This is win or the season's finished. Really do believe that if we don't win this game, the season's, or if we lose this game, the season's finished. If we draw it, it's going to get kicked down to the next game. And then we do have actually two home games in a row. We've got Swansea and then Barnsley. Then we go away to Preston North End on Good Friday. Hull at home Easter Monday. Birmingham away the Saturday after that. So, yeah. This is a game we need to win this game. We need to win this game. We can draw it, but don't try and draw it. We need to win this game. Moving on to David Prutton's prediction before I make my own. So where are we? This is from SkySports.com. How far do I have to scroll down this week? Aha, here we are. Luton are 3rd in the championship table. It is really, genuinely incredible what Nathan Jones and his side have done this season. I can't praise them highly enough. Millwall's unbeaten run came to an end at Stoke before the international break. They are 4 points off the end of season tournament now, and with so much going on around them, this is a must-win game to keep their hopes alive. Yes. Having said that, I just can't back up against Luton right now. And he predicts Luton Town 1, Millwall 0. Well, like I said, this is a must-win game. We need to win this game. So, my prediction, though, do I think we can win it? Well, if I predict anything other than a win, I'm basically saying I think our season's going to be over, and I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. My prediction has kind of been negative for the past month because the winning run needed to end. I didn't see where that came from, especially with all the injuries and that. But it happened, and now we've got the full squad back. Can Gareth pick a team that can win the game, or is he just going to pick a team of his mates and stuff? And we know Ryan Leonard's not going to be in the squad because he played 90 minutes for the under-23s today. I don't know. It does depend on the team that Gareth picks and how we play and how Luton play. Will they try and not lose? And that's not really what they do. They're an attacking team. They're direct. So if they change their game plan up, it's probably not going to work for them, like it didn't against QPR. I think we can get a draw here. But yeah, this is a must-win game, but I can't predict us to win. I don't think we're going to win. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Which, do I genuinely think it's going to be a draw, or am I just saying it because I don't want our season to be done now? Because the fans are getting into it. Everyone's hyped up for it. And we've still got a while to go. This is the rest of the month to go. 8 games to go. After this, it week 7. And if we lose, I think that's done and dusted, to be honest with you. Like, mathematically, no, but realistically, yes. So am I just saying 1-1 because I want it to just push it along? And hopefully we'll get to these home games, get 6 points from them, and then it'll be back on again. It'll be like, we're so close. If we just win this game, then we don't win it, and it's like, then we win the next 2 home games, and everyone's like, oh yeah, we're so close. We can just get there if we win the next game. But then the next game, an away game, our away form's shit, and we go to Preston and lose, and then we drop that back down again, and everyone goes back on a down. It's kind of schizo how it happens, but that's how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna say Luton 1, Mill 1. And we get out of Luton with a point. Yeah. Thank you for watching.